Thank you for coming. I appreciate you coming out on such a cold, wet night of the 30th of June. Happy New Year, yay. It's exciting. Yes, so we're here for the launch of my book, Grow, Profit, Exit, which I'm very excited about. Finally got it published, finally completed it. The reason why I did this book was late in 2014 when I decided to sell my business. I thought that I wanted to tell my story, and it was a personal story, and it was just going to be a story for myself really. I wanted to write a book just for myself. When I approached the lady that does the book writing, Natasha Denman, we go away for a retreat and she helps you write the book and publish the book, hello. So she supports you all the way through. So as I was writing the book, she made me aware that I could leverage my knowledge and my skills and my experience from what I have done in the past 10, 15 years and actually build another business around that. So that's the birth of Bookkeepers HQ, is from a story that I wanted to tell to being able to help other bookkeepers build their business and do something similar to what I've done. So that was the reason, for the book. And glad that I've now published it, the published author. So the book goes through 12 chapters of a bookkeeping business, is how I saw it. So firstly, we talk about planning to succeed. So it's very important to plan in your business what you are going to be doing in working, building your business. So you've got to have an idea of where your business is going to go, what you're trying to achieve, what your vision for it, what your ideal business is, rather than just working in the business. So it talks about, in the first chapter, how I chunked my planning. So if I wanted to work out that I wanted to grow a business in a certain period of time, and I had a mentor 5 years before I sold my business. I engaged a mentor to help me work out my vision, what I wanted to do, and help me set those action steps in place. So I would often go down to the beach on a regular basis on a Sunday and work out what I needed to do to achieve that. So I would have some plans, some 90-day plans. So we chunk it into sections. So in 90 days, I needed to do these tasks, working on my business, not in my business, to achieve the end result I wanted. And then break that 90 days down into 30 days. So I would know exactly what I needed to do. And a lot of it was around Workflow Max, getting it automated, creating the system. So what systems did I need to have in place to build that business? So chapter 1 talks about the planning and the chunking that down and the action steps needed. The second chapter is about the next level, so moving from my home office into another office, which I had in Dalton Road, Mentone. And then I was in there for 4 years, and then I was able to purchase an office. So that was my end goal, was to purchase an office as an investment and rent it from myself rather than renting it from someone else. So it talked about the options of moving out of a home office and into a commercial property and how you get there. Next chapter is about your passionate staff. So we don't just want to hire any staff, we need staff with attitude. We need to get the staff with the right attitude. It's not just having staff that have the right skills and ability. They need to have an attitude that is loyal to you and is going to be part of your culture and work along with you. The next chapter is marketing for growth. So with marketing, I never actually thought of it as spending money for marketing. Definitely have a website and a website presence, and I did spend quite a bit of money in creating a website because I wanted that base. So if I wanted to attract some good clientele, so I wanted a good website to attract that and show integrity to the business. And then also accountants would look at that, and so you can see the value of a really good website. The marketing, I more talk about networking and building or creating work from the client base that you already have. So it's the client base that you're doing your bookkeeping for. There's actually more money and more work within your database that you don't realise. And it's not just saying, okay, I can do a budget for you for $1,000. It's sitting back and giving those people customer service. So you can identify that they need some assistance in a certain area of their business. So you can offer that service. But while you have your head down and doing your bookwork and compliance, you can't see that service that you can create for them. So you just want to be able to build a business to sit back and find out where there is more customer service and more income within the database that you've got, and market to that. So it's not, you know, spending money on advertising, and I never spend a cent on advertising except for having my website presence on a Yellow Pages free ad. So it's like a whole of $30 a year. Then we talk about let's get systemised. So I think we all appreciate in a bookkeeping business that we need systems. So talk about the different systems that I created in my business. Workflow Max was one of them. Talked about pushing boundaries. So one of the boundaries that I was always pushing was say yes and then find out how to do it later. So it's, you know, the bluff till you know it type of thing. And just being confident and have that attitude that you can go out and do that work. Then we talk about automating workflows, and one of my favourite things is the automation and creating the Zero Practice Manager that I used to go away with Ruth and weekends away trying to work out our Zero Practice Manager to a manner that, you know, we can automate the system and get it working. So I talk a bit through the process of doing Zero Practice Manager. Team leadership is the next chapter. It's not natural for us bookkeepers to be a leader. We're bookkeepers. We like to do bookwork. We're passionate at what we do. We're good at what we do, but we actually aren't natural leaders. So I just talk about the leadership within the book, or within, you know, how I created a leadership in my business. And I did have to read other books like the E-Myth and 1 Minute Manager to be able to create that leadership understanding of how to lead staff. And I certainly by no means was the best leader. I think I was probably a very poor leader at times, and you learn from your mistakes and you just evolve. The next one is growth explosion. For businesses that are growing quickly, it is very easy to lose track of that growth or lose track of clients. I used to have, there were times when I had 6 to 10 new clients a week, and that growth explosion was too much to handle. If you weren't ready for it and plan for it, then you can quite easily lose money and lose clients. So we talk a bit about that in there. Maximising profits. Very easy to lose profits as you're growing and as you're putting staff and clients on, to lose profits. You become very inefficient quite easily if you don't keep control in what you're doing and have those systems and automations in place. Raving fans, offering good service and that extra value. Just recognising when the clients do need some more attention, that they do need some extra service from you. It's not just all about compliance and getting it done. We really need to sit back and think about what the clients are needing and talk to them regularly. The last chapter is exit strategy, which is one of my favourites. Is planning when you actually do want to get out. What is that date? What does it look like? And talk about getting your systems in place or your business in place so that you have the option of when you do want to get out. So even though I had my mentor 5 years before I went out, it wasn't my intention to get out at that time. I had planned on continuing on. There was no reason why I shouldn't. So it's producing or creating that business so that you can either have a passive income or have your exit strategy. So just at that time I had decided that it was enough for me and that it was time to move on, but I had those options of passive income or at some stage being able to get out when I chose. So that's what we talk about in the exit strategy. So that's in a nutshell my book and my journey of creating that book and totally loved it, and I just thought that I was very proud of what I had achieved in my bookkeeping business, that I wanted to tell that story. And so from that has now born being able to help other bookkeepers, which I'm really enjoying doing. So as you know, through mentoring, webinars and doing business strategy sessions to help you create the business that you desire as well. So I'd like to again thank you all for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. And I'd like to introduce the